That's hard.
All right, guys, welcome to another edition of Just a Couple Guys Talking Football. It's the Monday after Week 13. Hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. Tate, how was your Thanksgiving?
It was good. I had to work, but it was good. Honestly, it was that Cowboys win made my day. Hate to say it, because they beat the Chiefs.
Yeah. I was wondering how you were feeling that day about that.
Yeah, actually, great games on Turkey Day. We were pretty busy at work. Those of you who don't know, I'm a firefighter. You guys maybe figured that out yet. I haven't mentioned that. How do you know when a firefighter's in a room? Don't worry, they'll tell you. I made it through till week 13. But yeah. Anyways, so yeah, it was a good. We were pretty busy, but I got to watch quite a bit of football.
Nice.
Yeah, crazy week. I think, again, showing the old parody still. Just because they're a bad team, record-wise, doesn't mean they're not tough. So,
well, it's professional. It's professional football. Like, it's not like a college team that's just going to kind of roll in. These guys are, professionals. They're good at what they do.
Yeah, but for me, I can't remember a season where it's been this many upsets, and then like it is open. Like. Yeah. I think the NFC is starting to, even with the Rams losing, I still think the Rams are right there. Mm-hmm. The AFC is who the hell knows, because the Broncos got a hard remaining schedule. The Colts do. The Patriots got a few teams, but they may have the best weakest schedule remaining. But I mean, hell, goddamn. I mean, look at Cincinnati. Just
throttled Baltimore. I mean, just made him look silly. I mean, I think part of the thing that, it goes back to the point that we were talking about, I mean, which was a topic of every show, is just inconsistent play. And I mean, I just don't know what teams are going to show up from week to week for some of these guys. Buffalo's an example. They look bad the week before, and then they just go in and they run roughshod all over Pittsburgh, and their defense plays well. And just like, where did that come from? So, I mean, that's the thing. It's just inconsistent play. But yeah, going back to the Turkey games, or Turkey Day games, I should say, the Green Bay Packers beating the Detroit Lions. We'll start off with that one, 31-24. I mean, I think we both had the Lions picked in this one. I mean, listen, Lions, I don't know what's going on with them. And they definitely, I don't think that they have a shot at winning the NFC North anymore.
No, that's gone, and they're not trending in a good direction. I'm telling you, they missed Ben Johnson.
No, I think so too. I think
it's clear as day. It's clear as day right now that they are missing Ben Johnson. Man, the Packers are still up and down for me. I mean,
yeah. I mean, I'm not saying. Listen, Jordan Love had a great day, but a lot of those throws were just throw it up for, and hopefully one of my guys comes down with it, and they did. I mean, don't get me wrong.
But I just the Packers' defense, man, they showed up. I mean, the score doesn't really – I mean, they still gave up 24 points, but what I was watching anyways, man, they were sacking. Goff had no idea. He was throwing all kinds of balls into the dirt.
Yeah.
I'm worried about the Lions now. I'm definitely worried about it. I think their window – I was talking to my brother about this. I think the window is officially starting to close on them. Their Super Bowl run, like the last 3 years, those are the years I think it is closing.
I would probably have to agree with you, because it's so crazy how quick it can be for some teams. If you think about it too, is their offensive line has had a little bit of changeover. Frank Ragnow, who, retired at the beginning of the year as their center, he tried to come back, or said he was going to come back. He couldn't even pass a physical. But, that hurts them too. And I think, part of the thing is they've got tape out on him now. Jared Goff it was shown a couple weeks ago, he can't deal with pressure up the middle. And that's what everybody's doing. They're just pressuring up the middle, and it's just driving. He can't get set. Now Amon-Ra St. Brown is hurt, which is a big blow to them, because they already lost Sam Laporta for the year. It just, Jahmyr Gibbs is a stud. David Montgomery was doing pretty good that game too, but I think the book's out on him a little bit. They're fighting for the fifth, sixth, or seventh spot right now.
Yeah.
And listen, it's a dogfight. You got Seattle down there. You got San Francisco in there. You got the Packers or the Bears. One of those two who doesn't win the division is probably going to be right there too. I just think the Lions, they dug themselves a pretty big hole here. Be really interested to see what happens. But for me, the way that they're kind of playing and just kind of subpar, it feels like they might be on the outside looking in at the end of the year. Yeah. So yeah, off to Dallas, and Dallas Cowboys beating the Kansas City Chiefs 31-28. They beat the Eagles and the Chiefs in a span of 4 days, by the way. Just a little.
You know me, I've been so high in the Cowboys. I'm starting to eat a little bit of crow here. I still think
I gotta give my hats off.
Yeah, no, I am too. Their defense is coming around. I like Brian. Like I wasn't really high on him at the beginning of the year.
Neither was I.
It's more of this. I don't necessarily mind him. I just can't stand the Cowboys organization. Yeah. They're surprising me. They're getting hot at the exact time you need to get hot. I still got them losing this coming week, but because I got to see a little bit more than with that. So, anyways, crazy game. Thank God. I just like I've said all year. Like I want to see the Chiefs mathematically eliminated. I want them done. I want them out.
6-6, 6-6, and they got a tough game coming up against Houston this week, and Houston's no joke either.
No.
And are we at the point to where the Chiefs, like people have prepared for the Chiefs now? They're not scared of them. That's for sure.
They're not scared of them. And I think, again, tape's out. I think I think their defense is it's still like statistically and everything right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think they're getting older now. I just think they're a little bit older. I think they're a little beat up. I think they're a little slower, but I'm going to say it until they're out of it.
Yeah, they're not done. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. I just wonder, I feel like that they're going to have to, they're probably what you'd say they're on their like second iteration under Andy Reid, right? Because they were a high-powered scoring team for the first time that the Chiefs went to the Super Bowl, right? And then they kind of have morphed into like a defensive, and I could run the ball a little bit. It feels like that they need to reload some weapons. I don't like any of their weapons. Kareem Hunt is doing pretty well for running for him, but it just doesn't seem like, Kelsey's probably on his way out. It just feels like they need some kind of stability offensive weapon that they don't have right now. And just to make other people think. And because I think that they're kind of prepared. Xavier Worthy is a good wide receiver. He's a small guy. It's easier to push him off his routes. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and then, so talking about the night game, and I didn't even get a chance to really finish this game. Joe Burrow goes out and beats Baltimore Ravens 32-14 in his first game back. He kept switching. I saw the one part though that he went back to his sneakers when he was on the sideline, and then he put the cleat on when he had to go out to the play, which was kind of funny to me. What's wrong with the Ravens? Their offense just looks pedestrian at best.
I think Lamar's hurt still. I don't know. I when that game came on, we started to get busy at work, so I didn't get to watch too much of it.
Yeah.
That's what everybody's talking about. Lamar's not himself. He's still hurt. He's got a toe now. He's had a hamstring. There's just no rhythm. There's no clicking. So, boy, the Bengals are a different team with Joe Burrow, though.
Well, it's just kind of funny because how much they still have a chance to win the AFC North. I think they have to win the next 5 games, and then the Steelers and the Ravens both have to go 3-3 or something. But yes, way different team with Joe Burrow. It just goes to show you your first point. The AFC is just so wide open. There's no, where the dominant teams were before, they're just not there. The one thing that I could say about the Ravens is their offense is not where it was in the previous years. That is hands down the biggest problem I see. The defense has come around a little bit. Yeah, Joe Burrow got him a couple times. You know, they were.
You know what's killing him though too? I don't care if Lamar has a hamstring or a toe. He still doesn't know how to throw it from the pocket, like we've been saying since our very first episode.
This year.
He was doing better. But
it doesn't seem like he's got the rhythm for it. Like he started the year with such a he was throwing.
He was trying to throw from the pocket at the beginning of the year, and they looked terrible because he was missing throws and stuff because he wasn't on the move. Like that guy has got to be an athlete. He hasn't learned to throw from the pocket with timing and everything, and that's been my biggest downfall on him. And until I see it, that's always going to be my stance on it. And it's clear as mud today. I know he's injured, but you can still throw from the pocket.
So let me ask you this. Do you think the Ravens are trying to convince themselves that they're not a running team? Like it seems like they're trying to convince themselves that they're a passing team.
Yeah, they're getting too cute. Run the ball. Even if you're not Derrick Henry, you guys are built with your line and everything to run the ball. And every time they have kicked ass, they've ran the ball.
Yeah. And that's why I think that's my biggest gripe with when I watch the Ravens, and we've had to watch them quite a bit this year, is it looks like they're trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. It's like, no, guys, run the football, play action off of that. That's fine, but like run the football. And I mean, that's, like the couple times that they did blow teams out this year, what were they doing, Tate? They were running the football.
Run the ball. So just like the most dangerous teams in the league right now, run the football.
Speaking of dangerous teams that run the football.
Leads right into it.
Lead right into it. Chicago Bears, 24-15. Victors over the Philadelphia Eagles. At that point, the Bears had taken over the number 2 seed. Some things happened on Sunday. They are now the number 1 seed. Listen, people asked me before that how I felt. The whole week, I didn't necessarily feel that great. That day, I was like, all we got to do is, I was like, said to somebody, I said, the Eagles are beatable. Eagles are beatable, and you want to play the best, or you got to beat them.
Yeah,
and
you want to play the best. You got to beat the best, and there you go.
And they went out there.
And I thought it was an awesome performance. I mean, a punishing one, just to smack you in the mouth. And, for whatever reason, that Friday night game, I thought it was in the evening.
Okay.
And it was during the day. I looked at my phone wrong or something. I thought it was a night game.
Okay.
So I was dinking around all day, doing stuff around the house. And then next thing I know, I get an alert. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, right?
I was so mad because I missed. I think there was 4 minutes left in the second quarter when I turned it on.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, so you missed quite a bit because...
Yeah, so, but dude, I'm telling you, I love what they're doing, man. You talk about a team who's bought into their coach, just everybody, they are scary, dangerous, like I've been saying for a few weeks, and hopefully I think you're finally on the bandwagon now.
Listen, I was firmly placed, but I'm over it all the way that it. Here's the thing. What do we talk about in this show quite a bit is consistent play. The most consistent team playing football right now is the Chicago Bears. They run the football well, and they play defense, and they get take the ball away. That's what they do. They punched the Eagles in the mouth. Okay, they literally punched them in the mouth. They went after him. They blitzed Hurts. I mean, A.J. Brown had a day. Don't get me wrong. But at no point did I ever feel like that game was not in control of the Chicago Bears. At no point. They were running on him. I mean, they were talking about that this could be the best offensive line in the NFL right now.
And it is. Well, is it your guard or your center who was with the Patriots, Chiefs, and OU? And he's
Joe Thuney.
Got how many Super Bowls does he have? 3 with the – I think 2 or 3 with the Patriots, 3 with the Chiefs.
Yeah. I mean, we got him for a 4th-round pick.
I know. I can't believe it.
And look at what he's doing. Not only that, Jonah Jackson, the other guard, which he's playing the right guard, we got him for a 6th-round pick.
Yep.
Okay? Darnell Wright is a beast. That was a pick. Great. Now they've been rotating guys into the left tackle, which, 2nd-round pick Trapilo is like 6'8". He's a monster. They are schemed up perfectly. The defense, and that's the other thing too, folks. Ben Johnson deserves a lot of credit for this play calling and scheming and trusting and getting everything going. Dennis Allen is working this defense to a T.
Yeah.
He's had injuries. He brings people back. And I'll tell you what, I feel like he's got a different scheme up his sleeve every week that does not show the same thing to every team.
Yes.
He's a really smart defensive coordinator that way. He's always been really smart defensively. And, I still remember when he was the defensive coordinator for Sean Payton, and he used to drive Tom Brady insane when he was on the
Well, he was the defensive coordinator here in 2012, Manning's first year here, and that was arguably Manning's best team. We got beat, in the playoffs from Raheem the Dream Morris with a friggin' Hail Mary, and Fox decided to go conservative with a minute 20 left on the clock.
I remember that.
And just kneeled on it, and Peyton was having a great day. I know for a fact we would have beat the Niners in the Super Bowl that year. Yeah. But yes, he is. Yeah, and then he went to the Raiders as a head coach, didn't do well. But yeah, he's a very good D coordinator. Good D coordinator.
Yeah, and
so
I think
you guys are doing everything right. I'm pumped for you. Holy cow.
Listen.
In my opinion, Ben Johnson is the coach of the year, hands down. It's not even close.
I think it's still a couple weeks to figure out how it happens, but right now I wouldn't argue why you couldn't.
I would say, obviously they wait till the end of the season, which they should. Between him and Vrabel, by far, but just the buzz and the turnaround with the Bears, holy cow, man. It's impressive.
Last year on the Friday after Thanksgiving,
they fired freaking Eberflus.
Fired Eberflus. This one, we beat the Super Bowl champs. By the way, in Philadelphia, I had one of my workers. She went to the game. I said, "How was the stands?" Because she dressed in Bear stuff, and I was like, "Hey, that's up to you. I've heard it's rough." She said they actually left her alone because most of them are so disgruntled about their team. They are pissed. The Philly fans are ticked at their team.
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't understand what offensively what is going on, because they have weapons and they have.
Jalen Hurts looks terrible, man. He looks like Tim Tebow back there.
I have no idea what's going on with them. So, but hey, you know what?
I don't care. They're still a tough team. Huge win. Dude, even when Philly's kind of down and out, playing in Philadelphia is tough as hell. So
it's not easy.
Dude,
it's not easy.
Huge win, freaking convincing win. I mean, over 200 yards rushing, 100 yards apiece per back. I mean, I'm telling you, that's what I'm telling you is that's what gets you to the dance is running the football and playing good defense.
Especially this time of year. Because
because everybody's beat up, and when you can run the ball, you just beat them up more. It's just
nothing is more demoralizing to a team than giving up 7 or 8 or 10 yards a carry.
Yeah, I mean, even if it's just 4, then 5, then 4 more. I mean, it's just boom, 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 and then you pop one, and it's just
exactly.
Yeah, so, no, I'm super excited.
It's fun to watch. I mean, the main thing that I'll say is I've been, earlier on in the season, all the Bear stuff before, waiting for the other shoe to drop. I'm not even thinking that way. This guy's got this team in a whole different area code now. Speaking of area codes, Houston went in and took care of business against the Indianapolis Colts 20-16 yesterday. Houston's for real, man. Their defense is tough. Tough defense. I'm a little concerned about their offense, and I know you have some concerns about C.J. Stroud because you've been saying. Well,
he kind of. I was a little prima donna on that. At the beginning of the game when I was texting you that, but he showed with some of his scrambling and throwing on the run that I don't think Mills can do. So I think he shut my mouth about that. And then let's just see how they do against the Chiefs. I'm rooting for them. But they're tough. That defense is. I think that's the best defense in the NFL right now.
100% agree.
It is so hard. I mean, they are good. They are good. And you talk about hitting a stride that you thought was out in the dumps. Can they start 0-3 or 0-4?
I think they were 0-3. Yeah. And now what are they, 6-5 now, right? Or whatever. Yeah.
7-5, 6-5,
whatever. To be honest with you, I said it before the game. I picked the Texans. I think the Texans are going to win that division. I think they're going to come back and win it.
Yep.
Jacksonville, it looks okay against bad teams. Trevor Lawrence is going to cause some kind of problem there. And then, I'm sorry to say, Indianapolis, is the Daniel Jones thing coming around again? Because he's in a collapse.
He's injured, too. He's got a broken fibula. So
right. He's got a fractured leg bone. He's got he's 1-3 in the last 4 games. And it just doesn't feel like the big bad Colts that were beating up on teams earlier this year is gone. I feel like that.
Yeah,
that's
maybe
gone.
they peaked a little too much.
I think so, and I think people are going there. I think people are like, "Hey,
they're figuring them out a little bit."
They're pressuring them, and the other thing is too. I just think that the Colts defense, they only gave up 20 points, so it's not like the defense is a problem. I just feel like that the offense.
No, their offense has been out of sync. I mean, they gave that game away, to the Chiefs last week, and they're human. I would love to play them again. I think the Broncos would beat the crap out of them.
I agree. Yeah.
But yeah, I just think they maybe peaked a little early. Dude, the AFC is just crazy right now. Absolutely nuts.
Well, I think that here's the deal. Like we just said, Houston having the best defense in the NFL, probably hands down right now. If they could get their offensive identity figured out a little bit better, I think that they would be. Nobody wants to see them rolling into town, or have to go to Houston, in my opinion. Okay, Jacksonville Jaguars beat up on the Tennessee Titans 25-3. Titans are just phoning it in. And listen, here's the other thing that, people bring up, or I've heard brought up, is Ward is playing like dog crap down there, and nobody seems to care because he's like a number one pick, but like seems like nobody gives a crap about that. But Trevor Lawrence is looking okay here and there. Like the Jacoby Myers trade seems like it's been working out for them. He's been having a pretty good connection with Trevor Lawrence. Other than that, I think the Jaguars are a playoff team? No. If you're going to put me, like, I think Jacksonville loses to the Colts this week, and we're going to pick stuff later, but, I just think that the Colts are going to be a tough out. And I just think Jacksonville Jaguars, I can't trust their offense all the way yet. And that's just my thing. Cause I think a lot of that is Trevor.
Yeah. Trevor's he should be hitting his stride and just be peaking in his career, in his NFL career, and it's just not that way right now. So but I think the head coach has done a great job there this year.
Yeah, Liam Cohen's. I think he's a good guy. I think he's definitely got something going there in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Another team that's got something going in Florida is the Miami Dolphins. Have actually been playing some pretty good football lately. 21-17 winners over the New Orleans Saints.
I got nothing with this still.
I got really nothing, but all I'm saying is I don't know what's going on in Miami. They seem to be playing a little bit better football. Their defense looks a little bit better. And it's kind of funny because their team has looked better after traded off pieces of it. San Francisco beating up on Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns 26-8. Myles Garrett has 19 sacks, I think, so far.
Yeah. They're talking about him breaking the record.
He's going to break the record.
I was watching some of his preseason workout stuff.
Yeah.
Holy cow, is he a machine? Oh, my God.
He's athletic as hell.
Oh, man.
He's serious.
Oh, he's a stud. I still, if I was him, I would have got the hell out of the Browns. I would have played hardball, but.
So the Bears called at trade deadline time.
Holy cow.
What they could
Can you
do.
imagine that?
Oh, Jesus. The Browns said no, so we took like their backup defensive end or whatever, and he's been playing okay for us. But yeah, could you imagine that? I heard that little rumor recently. Hey, here's the deal, Shedeur. I don't know if you saw the exchange between him and Jerry Jeudy on the sideline.
I'm gonna defend Shedeur on this one.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
and you know me, I'm not a Shedeur guy.
No,
Judy's a freaking idiot. He is a jack wagon. He is terrible. He's going to be off the Browns next year.
Diva.
I mean, he is a diva. He is a cancer, and I saw it for, 3 or 4 years here in Denver. Yeah. They're seeing it now. He has no room to talk. He can just he's terrible. God, I heard some ridiculous stat. I think he's caught like 4 balls in 3 games or something.
Yeah,
and like 1 fumble and like – so like I'm gonna defend Shedeur on that. I saw the exchange. Shadeur's trying. He's not an NFL quarterback in my opinion. Not saying he won't be one day. Right now, I think he's a backup. He does the same thing what he did with CU. I watch almost every game of him at CU. He starts getting pressure. He starts running back and trying to avoid everybody. He's not that athletic. He's pretty athletic in the pocket. He doesn't throw a terrible ball. I just don't think he has it right now. I'm not saying he can't develop it. I think he's way overrated because he built a brand and his dad, and right here, like whatever. So, and then like the whole conspiracy that Stefanski's like this media crap has got to stop. Like I even heard somebody say, Stefanski's a freaking coach of the year. Like he ain't gonna freaking do that. He's trying to build a culture there. If I'm Stefanski, get me the hell out of there.
If I'm Stefanski,
we said this last week, but
yeah, I'd want out. And especially the way that some of these teams are playing. There. I hate to say it, there might be greener pastures in Cleveland out there. I'm sorry, Cleveland Brown fans, but here's the deal: Cleveland Browns defense is pretty unreal.
It is. It's very good.
And
it's a shame.
49ers went in there and were ready for a dogfight, and it was a dogfight because that's what the Cleveland Browns love to do. But hey, hats off to the Niners. Niners have been playing some pretty consistent football now that they're getting a little healthier.
Yep.
They are definitely I'm almost kind of penciling them into definitely being in the playoffs in some form.
I think they'll get there.
Carolina taking down the Los Angeles Rams.
That was a game, man.
You were watching this one, I think, because you kept texting me.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. It was just when I thought the Rams had them, boom, Carolina would answer. And like I told you at the beginning of the year, it's funny. Yeah. I re-listened to our pick'em on week 3.
Sure.
Was wrong about the Bears for sure.
Yeah, well,
I'll eat that one.
Were. Yeah, we all
you
were.
Cowboys probably wrong on. They still are not that 7 win mark. But right. I'll tell you what, like the Panthers is one that I'm gonna like pat myself on the back about because I knew I called it, and like I just think they got something going on with Bryce Young and stuff there. And I'm not saying they're world beaters, but they are a tough team, and they've upset a few teams now. I just think I'm not too worried about this loss if I'm a Rams fan, just because man, it's just gonna happen. I mean, the Broncos aren't gonna win out. The Bears probably won't win out. You're just gonna get some losses in there, and that's a good team.
Get them out of the way now.
Yeah.
Don't roll into the playoffs, and then you're due for a loss.
Yeah, take chances.
Yeah.
But
and I think the one thing that I'll take away from this game is the Carolina team that I watched last Monday play the San Francisco 49ers, where they got 3 interceptions at Brock Purdy and couldn't do anything with it. And then they go out there and they do this to the Los Angeles Rams, which probably at the time everybody was saying is probably the best team in the NFL. Impressive. Very impressive. Very impressive how they, I think Bryce Young hit them on 2 4th down plays for touchdowns. Like a 30-yarder and a 40-yarder. That's unbelievable. And I mean, I just don't think that the Rams were ready for like someone to go after them like that. But like you said, it's a good time to have a loss like that. It wakes you up a little bit like, hey, no one's just going to give us this, because the Panthers definitely did not get the notice that they were supposed to lose that game. They went in there punching. And it was fun to see. I mean, I had Carolina covering in that one. I thought the Rams would win, of course. Another team from the South that is driving me nuts, though, is the Atlanta Falcons. What is going on with them? They lost to the Jets. The Jets, I don't even know what the Jets are doing. I don't know what either one of these teams are. The Falcons, it seems like they just need to
They need a new coach.
They need
a new coach. They got so much talent on that team. They need a new coach.
Yeah.
If I was a
one of the best running backs in football, and you don't run the football.
Yeah.
Like I just don't understand.
I would. That's it. If I was a head coach or aspiring to be a head coach, that'd be a team that'd be like, this entices me a little bit. There's a lot of stuff I can work with here. I think it's coaching. I think they look better with Kirk Cousins right now. I mean, obviously, if Michael Penix Jr. was healthy, like start the kid. But I don't know. I just for this defensive guru of a coach you got with Raheem Morris, I don't know. I just don't think he's a good head coach, and I think it's showing. A lot of people say it.
I don't disagree with you. I think that you're going to see some house cleaning after this season in Atlanta because it feels like they're getting ready to just pack it in here soon because they're no threat to win the NFC South anymore. Whatever hopes for that, I think, have been dashed the last couple weeks. Kirk Cousins has looked a little bit better, but the amount of talent that they have on that team, they should be a lot better. And I agree with you. So something's got to change there. Talk about another NFC South team. Tampa Bay ended up beating the Arizona Cardinals. Baker Mayfield played. Bucky Irving, I think, played. They got kind of, I think the Buccaneers are still probably in the driver's seat to win the NFC South. But they got to play Carolina twice, which is kind of interesting because I want to, that's going to basically shake down to who probably wins that division is how those games go.
Yep.
Arizona,
I don't got much to say of that.
Yeah, Arizona, another one that just pack it in. Feels like they're going to be probably changing some stuff there too. Quarterback, coach, I have list could go on and on.
I think you keep the coach, give him another year. I think
but you got to get a different quarterback, right? Like you can't.
Oh yeah, no, Kyle Murray's not it. I've been saying that for 2 years now. You got to get rid of Kyle Murray. Get a friggin' fourth rounder for the kid. Get out of here.
It just doesn't feel like that the Arizona Cardinals have that much pizzazz on that team. It just feels like that they're just
it's the Cardinals. I don't know what it's got to take for them to get hot
ever, right? Speaking of hot
ownership,
Seattle Seahawks 26-0.
Terrible
shutout. Minnesota started their third string. Mike Brosmer. 4 picks. I don't know if you saw that one when he was getting sacked and he kind of just threw it. It might have been the worst play I've seen this year. Sorry, Vikings fans, Austin and Jim out there. I know that hurts you. Listen, the only thing I want to talk about in this game is Seattle's defense is legit, great, awesome. I was a little shocked that Seattle's offense did not get anything against Minnesota.
Vikings defense is still good.
Yeah, I know, but it really seemed like Brian Flores had something up his sleeve for Sam.
He's a good coach.
Yeah,
Brian Flores is a good coach.
And I wonder
what? Let me guess. The Vikings defense is on the field the entire game.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't read into that. I think it was a big win, 26-0. Vikings defense is good.
Yeah. Okay.
Me personally, I don't read into that. I think they got enough going on.
My question is, do you think Sam Darnold is peaking too early like he did last year?
Well, let's find out. Right now, I'm going to say no because I think they're a lot more balanced than the Vikings were last year. Even though the Vikings had a good defense, a good running game, and Sam Darnold was playing pretty good, and then they did peak. We'll see that, and that could be a thing with Sam Darnold too. If he does the same thing as last year and he starts to struggle a little bit, then maybe he's early
sometimes
peaker.
I think sometimes
it happens.
Zebra shows his stripes. I'm just curious. Watching that game a little bit yesterday, and seeing Sam Darnold not really kind of get much going with the football was kind of interesting. But like I said, Seattle's defense legit. I think Seattle's definitely in the conversation of being in one of those 5, 6, 7 teams too. Because in the playoffs, I definitely think that they're up there. Chargers did not charger. They beat up on the Las Vegas Raiders 31-14. Of course, they made it close in the first half, like they always like to. I thought for a while that they were going to charge.
I did too. I was like, come on, Raiders.
I literally thought they were, because when it was like 14-14,
I'm like, they're going to squeak this out. I'm telling you.
Runs in the second half. Yeah.
And then Herbert, he had surgery today on his left hand. Supposedly he's not going to miss any time. I don't know.
These guys with we watched Aaron Rodgers, and we'll talk about that game next. But these guys with their non-throwing hands, I don't think that it's always the best idea because they got to keep balance. They got to try to protect themselves when they're hurt. Because you saw Buffalo, but they beat up on Aaron Rodgers yesterday, 26-7.
Yeah, they did.
And they did. Hats off to Buffalo too for running the football. Like, you ran the football and you did not go away from running the football. So congratulations, because that's what you should do. Because when Josh Allen likes to throw some inexplicable interceptions out there, it's a curse of his.
He's a cowboy.
Oh man, hit free, gunslinger for sure. Pittsburgh's in trouble. I don't think that they're going to be the AFC North champs.
Nope.
And
I think you could see them missing the playoffs maybe this year too, like how they're trending right now.
Here's the deal. If Pittsburgh does not win the division, they do not make the playoffs. They have to win the division. Now, I know that they got to play the Ravens twice, and that's it. If they could beat the Ravens twice, great, but I just don't see it happening.
No. I don't either. And I think Rodgers is It's obvious this is his last year. He's lost it.
Yeah,
He's just getting too injured. He doesn't move like he used to, and
yeah.
who can? I mean, Brady was a pocket quarterback, you know.
Yeah.
Rodgers is a pocket quarterback, but he could move, and that was a lot of his strengths. But right now, he can't move like that. I mean, he's had a foot injury, torn his Achilles. He's old, man.
He's got a wrist. I mean, he looked so beat up yesterday. He had that.
Yeah, I know.
And then he had that like cut on his nose.
Bring in Rudolph, like they said. Yeah.
Jeez. Here's the thing. What about Mike Tomlin? Is it Mike Tomlin's last year in Pittsburgh? I mean, if they don't go to the playoffs.
If I'm Tomlin, man, dude, I think if I want to keep coaching, maybe I want to change the scenery. Like I said, dude, let's see what happens, man. But
they don't seem to be very grateful about how much he's done there. It feels like
it's amazing, but like really, what he hasn't won a playoff game in how long?
A while.
So for me with Tomlin, it's like maybe I need to put my thumbprints on another team.
Yeah.
And that to me would be the Buffalo Bills, depending on what happens with them this year.
You listen,
dude, I'm telling you, like you go get him, like that's like a whole nother Ben Roethlisberger. Like, and I think Josh Allen's better than Ben Roethlisberger.
Oh, absolutely. I don't even think it's
it's not even the same conversation.
Yeah, it is.
But man, if I'm him, I think he's still young enough. I think he's got quite a bit of years of coaching. I want out of there, dude. It's just like it's anybody, man. Like you're gonna coach somewhere or play somewhere for so long. It tends to get stale after a while. Like the message, everything.
And I think
it's like
I think
the best ones are 15 years.
Parting of ways kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think you might be right. I think if I'm him, and maybe he doesn't want to coach too. Maybe he wants to go.
Maybe he wants a year off and maybe go into comedy, do what Bill Cowher did.
Yeah,
that's fine too.
Yeah,
I just think I think he's a stud coach. I think he has some years left, and I think he needs to go to a team like the Bills or something like that. The Raiders.
I think.
I'd hate to see him in my division, but
the line of teams that would line up for him would be very long.
Oh yeah, if he came available, I think you're going to see a lot of coaches firing their coach to try to.
Hey, wait a minute here. Let's try to talk to him. Speaking of tough games, here we go. Sunday night.
Oh man,
27-26. You guys pulled it off.
I have been thinking all day long, and I've been really excited to kind of share my thoughts on this game.
Yeah.
I think after texting with you last night, I think you understand my frustration as a Bronco fan. Yeah. Finally. I think you finally understand like what the hell I'm talking about. Okay. Broncos have a league tying record of 7 wins with 4 points or less. It's something crazy. They're in the tie of winning the game with like 1 point or something like that. I forget it. Their offense leads the league in penalties still, 3 and outs and drop passes. But Jesus Christ, do they frickin' find a way to win? And I will say this. I think since Dan Quinn has taken over that defense, that team is playing a hell of a lot better.
Yeah, I agree.
I think our defense got exposed. I think you to beat the Broncos is you hit them with quick passes. Don't let the boys get time to sack you. And I think our covering is, Riley Moss is a freaking every week, major penalties and getting burned. I'm tired of the comparison to the 2015 defense. To me, it's a wash on their front line because you had Malik Jackson and you had Derek Wolfe as the tackles. They were freaking animals. And then you had Von Miller and DeMarcus Ware on the outside. So to me, it's a wash. And in fact, I'd even lean more toward the 15. In 2015, you had Trevathan and Brandon Marshall as your inside backers. Right now, no, we're not even close to that. And then you had Aqib Talib and Harris as your shutdown corners, which were freaking phenomenal. Like you can make an argument that they are close to being Hall of Fame guys. And TJ Ward in the back is a strong safety. Okay. Really, the only thing that I think would be a little bit better is Patrick Surtain and Talafalunga, or whatever our safeties. Yeah. Other than that Super Bowl 50 defense, in my opinion, they don't have the sacks like this year, but I think they are they're still way better. And the difference between those teams, because that's what all towns talk about. Every time the Broncos are 10-2, they make it to the Super Bowl and win.
Yeah.
But what I will tell you is that those teams had a running game. We can't run the ball. Yeah. And I'll put this. I don't even blame Sean Payton on this one. I was watching it and I kept texting you. Every one of our running backs slows down when they get to the line of scrimmage to try to read something.
Burst through.
Even Chris Collinsworth frickin' said, he's like, dude, you can't, and they bounce it outside. Even he's like, you can't bounce outside. That's an inside run. It's like the most basic football crap that I've been seeing all year.
Yeah, okay? It's too scat back-ish. It's like,
it's just like you guys have got, I don't care how little you are. Do you hit that with a full head of steam? There's holes there. There's holes there.
Yeah.
And then, of course, if you're Sean ain't going to commit to that. So, but Bo had a terrible pick, but I thought Bo played pretty good the last 2 weeks against the Chiefs and that. Bo's, to me, I don't know. I just don't know. They're winning. And trust me, I'm excited. I'm just having a freaking heart attack.
Never apologize for a win, right?
I am having a heart attack every game. And they play to every team's level too. They play like this against the Raiders, the Jets, and their Commanders. And it's just the only two convincing wins they've had is the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cowboys. So I have no idea. I don't think it's sustainable how this team's playing right now. But God, when they need a play, they get a play. And that's on offense and defense. Yeah. They finally got Ingram going. But man, that last drive, holy cow, were guys wide open.
It was crazy. I couldn't believe how wide open those guys were for Washington.
I mean, it was like that all game, too. Yeah. Mariota had 300 some yards passing. He's dual threat. He played his butt off. He did. Yeah.
And listen, Washington still got a lot of fight in him, so I applaud him for that. Broncos defense, had some hiccups yesterday, but makes a play when it needs to. And the Broncos offense, Sean Payton knows how to get. If he needs to get a play, he'll get a play.
I will tell you, Sean. Yeah,
Sean
Payton.
Guys are definitely still cream of the crop of the AFC, because at least you consistently win. Right? That's the
true.
thing. So now, if you're going to tell me Buffalo comes into Denver in January, who's going to win? It's going to be a tight one because I want to see if the Broncos can get into that offensive shootout if they need to.
So for me right now is this is why I'm so hard on them is because I've seen it.
Yeah.
Because you even said, it's man, there's some pieces here and they're showing some stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, So that's my thing, and I'm talking about this from a fan's perspective of because I think for us to get to the Super Bowl, we got to be number one seed because it's hard as hell to play in Denver with the fans, the altitude, everything.
Yep.
Not the weather. The weather's freaking.
Not too
Colorado's
bad, right?
Ridiculous weather. Everyone thinks it's cold. It's not.
It's
we'll get 70 degrees in freaking January out here.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll just tell you, I just think the difference between these probably five all-time defense teams, they have a running game. We don't have a running game, and to me is because they shut down the pass on us. Oh man. Mm-hmm. And honestly, quite a few teams have. So that's all I'm saying. I'm excited. It doesn't sound like it, but it's just God. We played at everyone's level. We're coming off a bye. It was the East Coast game. They're coming off a bye. Sertan's been out a few weeks. He probably
felt like you guys maybe kind of were hey, it's Washington. We at Washington. Kind of.
They were flat.
They were. Especially because you guys went up 20-9, right? Or you guys were up a couple scores at one point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
but all year too, we are in the red zone so much and settle for field goals. Gosh, man, it's just if we can change some of that, like I've said, if we ever figure out our offense, where I think, in my opinion, this team is unstoppable.
Yeah.
If we figure out an offense that's consistent, and I don't care if that's a pass or a run. My opinion should be a run more, just because I'm old school. But yeah, hey, they got a lot going for them. Their 9-win winning streak. First overtime win since Super Bowl 50's year, since 2015. They've been in 5 of them. I mean,
so
they are
funny.
winning any, like, before we had this show, I was just on local radio listening. All of them, all the guys are saying is like, we were winning in every way possible. Fourth quarter win, freaking last second field goal, overtime. Offense needs to, needs to put a drive together with a minute left. Oh, by the way, Bo Nix has tied John Elway's single season record for comebacks too.
There you go. Listen, I think you guys are the real deal. It's going to be interesting to see how the offense shakes out for the rest of the year. If you got, here's the thing: there's still quite a bit of season left. You still got some time here to where you
5 games and pretty tough. You got the Chargers, the Chiefs, you got the Raiders, you got the Jaguars, and you got the Packers.
Yeah,
and every one of them except the Raiders are must win. They're in must win.
I agree.
So this isn't easy.
No, Bears. Bears have a similar thing. We've got
Bears
Packers,
are tough.
49ers. We got to go to Cleveland. We got to play Cleveland. Cleveland's got a tough
Cleveland's
defense.
Tough.
Yeah, so I agree. It's gonna be tough, but hey, the arrow's looking up for both of our teams, and that's the most important thing. It's been fun to bask in this glow for the last couple of days, because it's just like, hey, now we're the number 1 seed. Oh, now we're this. Now we're that. Real quick for tonight, what do you think goes down? I think I had New England on pick, but I had Giants covering. Jackson Dart's back in.
Yeah, I had the same.
Specific? Yeah.
Dart's in. I think with the Broncos winning, obviously they know they got to keep winning. They have a bye. They have a bye right after this game.
Yeah.
So I still got the Pats winning. Got to be great to see the Giants win, just for the Broncos' sake and for the AFC sake. Just to make it more interesting. But I still think the Pats are going to win.
I think the Pats will win. I think Jackson Dart being back in will definitely cause a little havoc for the Pats. But hey, I'm actually looking forward to it, because I'm looking forward to see Drake May and Jackson Dart play against each other and see if we start to get a good little thing going here. I think Vrabel, though, will get. Listen, at the end of the day, he's going to be the deciding factor in this. The Giants are abysmal on defense. Abysmal. So it will be interesting to see what happens. But that's all that we got for the show tonight. Stick with us a couple days, folks. We'll have the P's with PJ and Tate. Other than that, we are out.